The concept of fulfilled prophecy in the Christian context isn't simply a matter of finding obscure prognostications that are crafted in cloudy and generalized terms that any number of historical events could have fulfilled. When it comes to messianic prophecy, the dozens and dozens of direct predictions are not only specific to their objective, but also cohesive as a body and form a very unambiguous picture of the Messiah. For example, the circumstances surrounding the sacrificial death of the Messiah are very specific. You read Psalm 22, it is as clear-cut as to the manner of his death as it can be, crucifixion. Also in Isaiah 53, Isaiah gives us a very detailed picture of what his death would accomplish and the type of people who would be associated with his death. Listen to what the prophet Isaiah wrote 700 years before the death of Jesus and how the Messiah would die. Yet it pleased the Lord to bruise him. He has put him to grief. When you make his soul an offering for sin, he shall see his seed. He shall prolong his days. And the pleasure of the Lord shall prosper in his hand. He shall see the labor of his soul and be satisfied. By his knowledge, my righteous servant shall justify many, for he shall bear their iniquities. Therefore, I will divide him a portion with the great, and he shall divide the spoil with the strong, because he poured out his soul unto death and was numbered with the transgressors. And he bore the sin of many and made intercession for the transgressors. It's curious in this text that there would be transgressors associated with the Messiah in his death. The word transgressors in the Hebrew means rebel or criminal, hardly the type of person that one would picture dying at the side of the Messiah. Why criminals, and specifically thieves? Well, the first sin was humanity rebelling against God's rule and stealing from a tree. The association is clear because Jesus, the Messiah, was crucified between two thieves on a tree that he created. The stealing of the forbidden fruit brought death to humanity, spiritual death, and the death of God's Son on a tree brought the fruit of life for anyone who would partake of it. The prophecy of the manner of the Messiah's death and its fulfillment reminds us of God's great grace. For it is in that we see how he loves humanity and how he uses the very instrument of our rebellion to bring life and forgiveness. So yes, we are a sinful species that is willing to take what doesn't belong to us. And also we are willing to torture and kill thieves when all of us share that same common sin. Isn't it strange how God loves and forgives thieves, but humankind hates and kills them? Perhaps humanity were these transgressors because they remind us that we are all thieves at heart, thieves who need to be forgiven. Jesus died between two thieves, all to remind us that all we have to do to have salvation is to accept his grace through faith.